Now at your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Together Tampa Bay, 44 and 2. Waking up, the sound of sunshine comes alive across the bay, bringing all the good things here to do. Together Tampa Bay, 44 and 2.
At least 2 Pasco sheriff's officials say they never knew former Sheriff John Short to do anything inconsistent with his public duty. Both men testified as defense witnesses in Short's public corruption trial, now entering its 2nd week. Much of the testimony continues to be about former part-time Deputy John Moorman and his relationship with Short. Al Peffley has details.
Moorman was a volunteer part-time deputy over 3 years. One of his supervisors says Moorman's close ties with Sheriff Short didn't make it any harder to give Moorman orders.
Did he ever tell you that he was working directly under the sheriff and no one's going to have control over him other than the sheriff? Was that ever mentioned?
No, sir. If it had been, I would have wrote him up. That's all there is to it.
Stanley testified in the sheriff's department there was a widespread rumor that Moorman had the sheriff's ear, but Stanley says he was not aware that Moorman could actually influence Sheriff Short. Moorman was accused of giving Short 2 favorable business deals in 1982 in exchange for working as a deputy. An outside dispute delayed the trial 3 times today. Other reporters objected when this broadcast engineer, Terry Brennan, said he needed to record pictures of the trial as well as sound to do his job as a radio reporter. The judge ruled the media should work things out, and Brennan was stopped from getting the videotape. But he may seek another hearing. In Dade City, Al Peffley, 44 Eyewitness News.
5 men accused of conspiring to blow up property belonging to blacks and Jews.
Good evening, I'm Bob Height. And I'm Bill Ratliff. The mistake St. Joseph's now admits it made. And what does former Sheriff John Short have to say in his defense? What kind of
lies in his own defense?
Social Security may be salvaged in the House, but that sets up a war with the president, and there's battle over smoke in Tallahassee.
Heat records fall today as Florida's temperatures soar.
The Phillies hold the Reds to just 3 hits today, and Tampa will have an entry in the Preakness.
And we will take you to Clearwater.
Details and more coming up next on Action.
John Wilson and Cheryl Brown. Dick Fletcher with the weather. Ken Brew with sports. And the
Hugh Smith.
Roy moved into a critical phase today.
The defense has rested its case, and John Short has told his side of the story about a relationship with a man.
Accept anything corruptly for any purpose from Mr. Moorman for that purpose.
No, sir. Under cross-examination, prosecutors tried to get Short to admit he hired Moorman as a deputy because he was a source of money. That is not true. I have known John Moorman. I have become to respect his desire to do a good job in law enforcement, his dedication, his concern of working for the people of this county. He has never asked anything of me or anyone that he's ever worked with.
And with that, the most interesting part of this 8-day trial was over. Closing arguments will be delivered tomorrow, and then the case goes to the jury. John Crane, Action News, Dade City.
And more documents
on November the 10th.
Short's near 4 hours of testimony on the witness stand, and then the defense rested. At this point, the prosecution presenting rebuttal witnesses. And really all will depend on tomorrow morning's closing arguments. There have been more than 40 witnesses in total. It's a confusing case, a case of intent, a case, as we have said previously, of the jury literally climbing, at least in the sense of the case, into Mr. Short's intentions, his motivations. Hugh?
All right, Warren, thank you for that update. Pinellas County
for the facility. Former Pasco County Sheriff John Short testified in his own behalf today as his trial nears an end.
Short is charged with trading a deputy's badge for millionaire John Moorman for financial favors. Newswatch 8's Rod Challenger is in Dade City and has a live report on the latest developments. Rod?
Bill, the defense rested its case just after 5 this afternoon with the former sheriff as the final defense witness. Short's wife testified this morning and was followed to the stand by her husband.
Short testified about a house he sold for more than double what he paid Moorman for it a year and a half earlier.
He also told how Moorman took a financially troubled travel agency off his hand and how Moorman loaned him money. But he denied any wrongdoing in his relationship with Moorman as he was questioned by his attorney, Anthony Battaglia.
Sir, did you accept